Man United 1, Wolves 0. Very, very disappointing performance from Manchester United today. Very good performance by Wolves. Should have should that have been a penalty for
Yes,
Wolves
yes.
in extra time? Yes, we're going to be discussing about a game. We're going to give our thoughts. Obviously, it's always good to start with a win, 3 points. It's a league game, so yeah, Manchester United had a dream start in terms of results. But in terms of performance, very poor. There's a lot of work to be doing. Can Man United finish top four? Let me know. Smash the poll, yes or no on this live stream. We'll be sharing my screen. We're gonna review the game, and I've got a very special guest with me. Ben, welcome to the channel, and the usually
Thank you.
one, the
Thank you.
depressed Liverpool fan, Dalival. Big up to you, my boy. You will have good news tomorrow. Hopefully, Liverpool will sign some players. But yeah,
Yes.
Dalival, I'm gonna start with you. Very, very lucky Manchester United tonight.
Yes.
Clearly, I don't even think this game should have been a draw. Wolves should have won this game. Was the better team all day long today. Man United was very lucky. So much work to hand has, and once again, Mason Mount.
Oh, haha.
I keep saying all the time about Mason Mount, Sancho, Granacho. But as always, I talk facts, but people check stats. That's why they never take, serious anything that I said. But yeah, what was your thoughts about this Man United poor performance? I know it's only the first game of the season, but I mean, Man United was in big trouble today. They was lucky, very, very lucky. But I
I
see
mean,
this is football. Football is like this, you just never know. Football, anything can
mm,
happen. But you would expect Man United, even the first game of the
oh,
season, to play better.
my thoughts. Wolves have themselves to blame. They literally couldn't finish for their lives. Like, how can you not finish? He literally, Cunye was so good today, but his finishing was certain awful. But Wolves, United should be looking at this game concerning because personally, I know it's the first game of the season, but what if they got Tottenham next week? Right, Tottenham next week's tough, and they look much better. If you do that versus Tottenham, you lose that game. You're lucky it's Wolves because personally, if that was Tottenham, you won that game. So Wolves, United need to wake up. And I thought Mason Mount was better than McAllister. Where's that conversation? That's what I heard from United fans. Where's this conversation? Mason Mount's awful. I'm so glad we got McAllister over Mount because we were linked with him at one point. Arsenal were as well. Because thank God we didn't go for Mason Mount because he looks awful. He didn't look bad. He's not the worst, but for 65 million, he has to be much better than that game. So
Yeah.
personally,
What do you think it went wrong with Manchester United? Because clearly, the team was just
off day.
it was all over the place.
Off
They was
day,
lost. They was keeping
a
making
bit
a
of
lot of
off day.
mistake.
A bit of off day, but then it shows their problems. They don't have a that deep. I said this midfield doesn't work. Casemiro, Mount, Bruno does not work. You can just tell.
We
This
did say
midfield,
that, and when Man United signed Mason Mount, we thought that would, to give Eriksen a break sometimes, to give
but he's
Bruno
not
a break.
Eriksen,
Bruno played a
he's
lot of
not
games last
Eriksen.
season.
He doesn't play where Eriksen is. If you're gonna buy an Eriksen replacement, buy Amrabat, which they probably are gonna buy. If you're gonna buy two just normal DMs, Amrabat and who else is out there? Lavia. Just them two. Them two fit. I just don't see where Mount fits unless you wanna. Oh, oh, donation. Oh,
Big up, big up, big up, big up, my brother. Big up. Thank you. Really appreciate. Hope you're doing well. And let me just quickly go into future as well. It says Wolves defend very well, but miss some big
yeah, I
chances.
agree.
Very good chances. Very, very good. And yeah, guys, let me know if you think that should have been a penalty for Wolves in extra time. That Onana, that was a big mistake from Onana. But yeah, once again, a big, big thank you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Dalivel, just to quickly finish off, yeah, clearly that midfield was all over the place. He wasn't working with
Yeah.
Mason Mount, but we've been saying this through the whole summer. How many videos were made about Mason and people were taking the piss of us,
I mean,
saying,
look, the
how can you
price.
judge someone
Yeah,
that you know, he hasn't even started playing for Man United. It's only friendly games. But we've seen Mason Mount before, and I just, you know, Mason Mount is exactly the same with Kai Havertz. He's like, for me, he's a nonsense signing because
Kai Havertz, I could see there's a maybe chance with Kai Havertz. With Mason Mount, I just don't see how it works unless Ten Hag changes system, which I don't see him doing anytime soon. Just we've always said that midfield does not work. And will that midfield get you top 4? Probably not.
He thinks United will not get top 4. It's hard to say because the season have only just started, and you would think that, you know, with the new striker, clearly this is another thing we've said a lot.
Injured. Apparently
I know he's injured, yeah, but this is something that we've said a lot. As much as we think that Rashford is a fantastic player, that he is, it cannot be as a number 9. It cannot play as a number 9. Unfortunately, I don't think the style of football that like Rashford, he can't play as a number 9. I don't think he's the number 9. Let's see how the new sign is going to settle. And when you look at players, even Sancho, we've been saying this quite a lot. Even Garnacho, I think Garnacho is a good player. He's young, he will learn, but I just don't think Garnacho will be anything special in the future. I think he's just going to be an average, maybe a good player. We saw today the amounts of times he was trying hard, but he was out of position. Lots of times he was just keep losing the ball. His head was down all the time, and it was just the whole Manchester United today. We saw like even Lisandro Martinez, who I think is a very good defender, was just all over the place today. He was trying to take everyone out. He didn't care. If he wouldn't, I'm not sure if he was injured. I don't think he is. I think Tehan took him off because he already got booked and he was close to get a second yellow card. Plus, I think Tehan should have taken Grenache over half time. Grenache was very poor. He wasn't helping. Sancho, come on. You saw the changes that Man United did in the second half with bringing in Eriksen.
Nothing changed. Like the second half, I'll be honest, I thought I'd see a response from United, honestly. But I guess there was no change. There was no difference. And United definitely need signings. They definitely do. So if they don't get Amrabat, they'll get a DM, probably in a centre back most likely. But it does seem like they're going to get Pavard and Amrabat, because people thought it is going to be. That team's enough for top 4. I think if you get them two in, that's top 4 for you. But right now with this squad, I think you get top 4, but it'll be much tight. It'll be very tight for 4th for you. If that midfield does not work, Mount, Bruno and Casemiro does not work.
Yeah, I think Man United needs some more signings. I'm just going to move into Ben quickly. Ben, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Are you?
Yeah. Welcome back to the channel. It's your first time, and I hope many more streams coming.
To many more, yeah.
More. What was your thoughts about Man United performance today? And obviously, I think everyone will agree that Man United was poor today.
They needed to be better, definitely.
Yeah.
Wolves,
what could have to hand change it? Like, because there wasn't any changing from the first half into the second half. It was the same Man United.
Not sure, to be fair. I only watched the last 20 minutes because
there was no difference. There was literally no difference in the first 60 minutes you missed. The last 20, it was all. Are you glad? Are you glad that Mason Mount went? Are you glad?
Well, yeah.
You hijacked. You did hijack both of our players. We won't discuss that. But yeah, I personally, Mason Mount, you lot just got big money for Havertz and Mount. I don't know how.
120 million.
Arsenal. You scammed Arsenal, Man United. I don't know how. Yeah. But yeah, somehow you got I think you got like 65 from Mount and 60 for Havertz. I don't know how.
Yeah, and Ben, because you're a Chelsea fan, right? What is your thoughts about Mason Mount? Obviously, the thing is with all Chelsea fans, the ones that I had the chance to speak to, is that we'll always bring the season where Chelsea won the Champions League. He had a good season. But for me, that's not good enough. I just don't think Mason Mount, I think he's overrated.
Yep.
Well,
yes.
Yeah, I do feel like Chelsea fans, and me included, I feel like we overrate him. We overrated him quite a lot when he were with us. Same with Havertz. We'd always bring the Champions League final when he scored that big goal, which is obviously a big goal, but that's the only highlight of his career. And it's the only thing that we can say.
Absolutely spot on, man. Absolutely agree with you. This is what I keep saying all the time about players like Havertz and Mason Mount. And I think one of the two, I've got a feeling they're going to be the biggest flop of this season. And I just think Mason Mount to Man United and Kai Havertz to Arsenal, it did not make sense. As a neutral fan, when I watched these guys playing before, like you mentioned, that season where, they gave you the Champions League. But I don't just see a player for one season or one game or two games. And who knows? Let's see if Han will try and figure out a way to get Mason Mount into this team that he can become a key player for Manchester United. But I just cannot see that happen. I don't think Han will change the style of football just because of Mason Mount. He might change Mason Mount as, playing in different positions to see which one is going to be for Mason, which bet position that would suit Mason Mount. But I think he's going to have a lot of problems unless he plays when Han wants to rotate players like Bruno Fernandes. Because when Man United signed Mason Mount, I thought, this is to give Bruno rest. Bruno played so many games last season. I think he was the player that played the most games, not just in the Premier League, but in the top 5 leagues last season. The guy barely had a rest. And, when you have players like Mason Mount to bring in to give that, Han will be able to rotate Bruno. But, look, I just think it's too early to say. Whatever we're thinking about Mason Mount, obviously I will never change my mind about Mason Mount. But about with Man United, it was poor performance, but it's a win. They're 3 points already, They start with a win, something that didn't happen last season. We knew that, Man United was in a mess last season, the season before, but they already got 3 points. Doesn't matter. Yeah, they did not play well, but it's a good start for them.
Apparently, Mason Mount stats versus Wolves: 0 goals, 0 assists, 0 chances created, 0 crosses, 0 tackles won, 0 accurate crosses, 0 area duels won. He was awful today. He
was like, it's just, I don't know, with Mason Mount, I don't know. I want all the haters to come out, the ones that was trying to give me a lot of rubbish when I made the small clip, when I made a video about him going into Manchester United. I just want all that people to come out and to try and to talk to me with facts, not stats. I want them to give me enough reasons to make me believe that Mason Mount is a good signing for Man United and he's a good player. When for me, he's not. I will never change my mind. But Ben, you as a Chelsea fan, it wasn't a bad performance. You see the difference between you yesterday and Man United today. You played well. You was unlucky. Man United had a very poor performance, but they won 3 points. You see, this is how football works. But can you see Man United finish top 4 this season?
No, I feel like they'll maybe get 6th or 5th. I don't feel like they're strong enough.
Wait, who's the top 4? Name your top 4. Right.
I think City will finish first. And I think you'll have Liverpool second.
What? No, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
Right, fine. We'll go Arsenal second then. All right.
Yeah, fine.
Dalival, don't play mind games with Ben. Let him. I'll
put you down. Then I'll put you down. It's Arsenal second, and Chelsea third, and 4th Liverpool. I'm being a bit biased there. Maybe I am.
So you don't think Man United will get top 4?
Oh. No.
And you know what? Dalival, you think Man United will get top 4, right?
Yeah, I think the top 4 will be Man City, Arsenal, Man United. 4th is tough. You know what?
We're talking about the best league in the world, the most competitive league in the world. It's not easy to predict.
I'm going to go bold shout here. Tottenham 4th. Get me bold right now. I'm going bold.
Nah, I don't think they're good enough. Without Harry Kane, I think they're a mid-table team.
Tottenham, I'm telling you, they will. I think if it'll be fair between Tottenham and Chelsea, and Liverpool and Chelsea 5 for 5th or 6th.
I don't think Tottenham will finish top 4, but they will be better than last season for sure. They already look better under Anga.
I mean, they
It's
did.
not boring content ball anymore. But look, guys, I'm gonna have to go against you, both of you. As much as I like you both, like everyone that support the channel, I strongly believe Man United will finish top 4. And I think Man United will still probably most likely bring in another 2 signings. Let's see. And I think Man United will be fine. This is only the first game of the season. Yes, the performance, you could tell they was excited. They was trying to do everything quick. When you're trying to do things quick in live, not just in a football game, things not going to go well, right? You're trying to rush. And we clearly saw Man United. There are months of times Man United was already making so many mistakes today. Man United was all over the place. And plus, they was trying to do everything quick. They was rushing. That's why, they just couldn't do. They just couldn't do better today. The performance was very, very poor. Look, I think with Terhan, we've seen that it's changed a lot at Man United since the signed for Man United. The club was in a mess 2 seasons ago with Solskjaer. This club was in big, big mess. The players he brought in and stuff. Obviously, with Man United new signings that start today for Manchester United, the lacks of, Andre Onana and Mason Mount. We know Mason Mount is a flop. He's going to flop. He's not a good footballer. But Andre Onana, right? He was good. He saved Man United. He made some good saves. He's not just good with his feet. He's also the way he reacts very quick. He's very good. But there was a few times that it seems like he's struggled with reading some of the crosses because we clearly saw in extra time. For me, that is a penalty. I'm not sure about you guys. Dalival, I'm going to start with you. With that in extra time, Onana, that was very poor from Onana.
If that's not a penalty, then nothing's a penalty. Because you're telling me, you're basically really, you're telling me hugging's allowed now, just pushing them down. That's swear it should have been a draw. No, I mean, look, there's no guarantee you'll score, but it should have been a penalty. But of course, United getting away with it as always. So yeah. I think it was a penalty, but obviously United probably paid the refs to be bad. Yeah.
With Onana, right, is another one that is orderly to say still, but I think he's a fantastic goalkeeper. I think he's going to do well for Manchester United. Yeah. He has his moments because he's crazy, but he's a very good goalkeeper.
He'll be their signing of the summer. He'll be their signing of the summer for me. I don't know. Like, he'll be the signing of the summer. Onana.
He did well today, apart from 2 times that you saw he trying to come out. It was like panic. But the Man United defense also wasn't good today. Man United defense was not good today as well. Like we saw in the first half, Martinez and Varane was all over the place. But then with Man United goal, right? Varane, I was basically a tap in, but what a ball by Bruno. What a ball by Bruno. And then Bizaka, crossing the box, and then Varane. The French didn't even say merci. 1-0 for Man United. When Man United went 1-0 up, I thought, I just cannot see Wolves score. Wolves bringing in the same problem they've been having for the last 2 seasons.
Couldn't look good? Couldn't he look good on the ball? He did. But
but he can't finish.
Yeah, if Wolves had a clinical striker today, I'm telling you, they would have won 3-0. Okay, I mean, you're not able to respond, but
if Wolves had the prime Jimenez when he first signed for Wolves, when they got European football and stuff on the Nuno,
would have won.
Wolves would have beat Manchester United easily today, and clearly they struggle with a striker. Yeah, don't get me wrong, Martin Cunha, his work rate was unbelievable today. He was cooking everyone. It was very, very, very good today. I think the whole team. Let's give credit because when you look at his comment here. Wolves defend very well, but missed some big chances. They did defend well. I cannot see one single player that did not play well for Wolves today. I thought everyone was brilliant. Obviously, the main man, I think Cunha was just all over the place. He was getting the ball from halfway from Wolves line, and then he was creating. He was just doing everything, but they just couldn't finish because they had plenty of chances. With Wolves, right, they're not having the best summer transfer, and obviously Lopetegui left just because of they wasn't getting any signings in. They wasn't getting the players he wants. But can you see Wolves doing well or struggle like they did last season?
If they get a striker, an actual striker that can finish, they'll be fine. If they stick with, because they played well today, to be fair. If you play like that every week, you should be fine, realistically. So I think they'll survive. Not just
Yeah.
because I looked at their game today, and they got the Bournemouth manager that actually did well last year for Bournemouth. So I think he might do well with Wolves, and I think Wolves survive. I think Wolves, like I said, if they play like that every week, and that's a big if. That just say they play like that every week, they'll be fine. They'll be fine if they play like that every week.
Yeah, definitely. Let me just quickly bring it in Man United lineup just to quickly check in here. When you see that,
Wow.
when you see that midfield in here, right? Casemiro, Bruno, and Mount.
That is not one.
Nah, even Rashford. What is you guys' thoughts about Rashford being as a number
He's not
9?
a striker. He's not a
Nah.
striker. He's a left winger. But that's
Yeah, I agree.
Look, I'm looking to say right now, if Højlund doesn't click, and this is firmly possible, if Højlund doesn't click, United are in serious
Be in
trouble.
big trouble.
Yeah. And I personally think Højlund will not click straight away. Like, I think he will do well. He will have like a Darwin Núñez season where, like, remember that last season where he had moments, but like got like 15 goals. I think we got like 15. And trust me, Højlund, if he doesn't click, United are in big trouble. And
I've seen many people compare Højlund to Haaland, and I think that's ridiculous.
The media's been doing that. I mean, I love that because I hope he flops. But like, they did this with Darwin as well last year. If you remember, they did this with Darwin. They're like the Darwin Haaland rapper. I was like, especially when he scored that cup final goal, and Haaland missed open goals. Like, the comparison started.
That was the start of the season. That was the Community Shield, the McDonald's Cup.
Yes, and like,
yeah, with Antony as well. Another poor performance by the Brazilian. 100 million. Would we say he's a flop so far?
Hmm.
Do you know, when I look at Antony, I look him a Rafinha for Barca. Exactly the same. First season, you might look at his stats, okay, but then I think Antonio and Rafinha has been very disappointing for both for Man United and Rafinha for Barca because the amount of money that these two guys have cost. And with Antonio, I don't know if he's going to click this season now.
You know what? Can we question Ten Hag's talent ID here? Talent ID is not great at all. Trust me. So he bought Anthony, right? Anthony, who's not done well at all. 100 million, by the way, that was. They bought Højlund, who I don't firmly think is going to click straight away. And United need him to click straight away. Mason Mount, his talent ID is a bit weird with that. Mason Mount's not great at all. So Ten Hag's talent ID is a bit sus as well. Because I don't think Ten Hag's talent ID is great. The eye for fine talents are not great from Ten Hag. I mean, my opinion. Because United have made some questionable signings recently. So look, this could all prove me wrong if Højlund clicks, If Højlund does click, I think United get top 4. But personally, I think United, their squad looks bad as well. I mean, Jadon Sancho, I'm not saying Pellistri is bad, but like, he's still young. Half their players are still young in this bench. So United need, at least for me, 2 players. Maybe Amrabat and Pavard, that's what's going to happen. So yeah, plus United, Ten Hag's talent ID is a bit kind of bad, in fact. I don't rate talent ID.
And we don't even know what's going on with Scott McTominay as well. Harry Maguire, who could be on his way to West Ham.
Well, Maguire,
Martial is another player that is just an injury pro. He's so inconsistent. I don't know. When you look at Man United bench as well, I think they do need some at least 2-3 signings because it's not going to be easy to compete when you actually look, right? All the players that Chelsea brought in, when you look at the players that Man City already got, and Man City still making some signings. The signings that Arsenal made as well. But then when you look at this Man United, when you look at Liverpool, the problems that Liverpool's having, I mean, Newcastle is Newcastle. Look at the game against Villa. Villa's still up there as well. I mean, look, it's crazy to think we're talking about the most competitive league, the biggest league in the world, and this season I think is going to be one of them seasons where it's hard to predict. It's always hard to predict in football. Anything can happen. It doesn't matter what you predict. Anything can happen. Football is a funny game that anything can happen. But it's hard because you just don't know what's going to happen with these teams.
Apparently,
If they're going to
yeah.
make some more signage.
Apparently, United are interested in Onana from Everton, the midfielder. Onana, apparently. They're interested in that guy, Onana from Everton. What his name is.
Yeah.
So personally, I think
Midfielder, strong midfielder. He only signed for Everton last season from Lille.
Yeah. So I don't know why they haven't bid for Amrabat yet, because it's so cheap. Florentino just offered like 25 million. Don't know why they haven't bid yet, because Fred's gone, so they should be bidding soon, right? Surely. Because
They need to replace Fred. The thing is like I've said this a few times. I've never been a big fan of Fred, but there was games he would do the job, right? But
Yeah.
Man United, obviously, he's going. Man United needs to replace him because Man United will be in big trouble if Man United doesn't go and sign at least another 2 or 3 players. But let's see, only to hand knows. But Ben, Man United, look, they start with a win. The performance wasn't good, but they start with a win. And they're already ahead of you, Chelsea and Liverpool. Yeah. I mean, but in terms of football, in terms of squads, they might not, but they already start with a win. And this might give them confidence. We've seen Man United last season, how they start, how they end. Man United could have won 2 trophies last season. They was unlucky in that FA Cup final against Man City. They won the Carabao Cup. They could have gone away and win the Europa League because they was taken serious. But the squad depth wasn't just good enough.
If they play like this for me versus Tottenham, the same midfield and the same style, if they go with the same style today, I think Tottenham beat them because Tottenham look much better this. Oh, prediction for Man United staying at special times. You know what? I'm going to say right now, 2-1 Tottenham. But clip it, everything. 2-1 Tottenham. Tottenham are going to win.
Do you think the new striker will be playing against Tottenham?
No. Apparently he'll be back versus Arsenal when they've got Arsenal.
Yeah, because it looks like he has a back injury.
Yep. He's been playing apparently through it as well. So, I don't know, man. But I'll say 2-1. If I had to predict right now, 2-1 Tottenham. If I say 2 Spurs v Man United 2-1.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game to watch for sure. Yeah, Ben, just quickly, when we give another 5 minutes on this live stream before we end. And yeah, a big thank you to you, Ben, for coming along. I know you were a bit quiet. It's probably because I talk too much, as always, and Lalival as well. We just talk too much because we're used to this. But whatever we say on this stream, I think a lot is going to change because this is only the start of the season. We have to think it's only the start of the season.
Definitely.
You know, we'll make more signings. Wolves will probably go and sign a few more players. And I think, like, we've been talking about Liverpool, we've been talking about Chelsea, who just signed Lavie again today. I think that there's a lot that's going to still change until the end of the summer transfer. And then as the season goes along, you can tell there's a lot of players on this Man United team that they don't look fit, they don't look at their best, and that's typical and it's normal for the start of the season. But I'm still confident that if Man United goes and signs 2 players, I think Man United is going to have a good season. I think Man United is going to have a better season than last season. But if Man United goes and signs 2 players, let's say, because obviously they need to replace Fred, I strongly believe as well they should get another striker in, because when you look at Man United, they only have one number 9 at the minute, and he's injured. They've just signed him from Atalanta for 75 million, and he's injured already, right? He's still very young. He might take him time, like Dalaval mentioned, comparing, he might be like Darren Nunez, had his moments on his first season, but I think he will do well.
Yeah, like Darwin. I remember that Darwin, I think, because everyone looks at the fee these days, right? The fee is always the main category. Oh, big up King of Football. Everyone looks at the fee, right? That's the main focus. See, Darwin was like, people exaggerate to be 100 million when he was 64 million. Even that 64 million, they expect him to score like 20 goals. I think Højlund will have, in a price rate, if you have to base on a price, probably a 4 season. I don't base it on prices. I base it on ability, and I think Højlund will have a 15 goal. I think about 15 goals in total. I think he won't do on the Prem, but I think you're going to see improvements every game, first from Højlund.
I agree with you. I think he'd be okay. There's a lot of talent on that kid. There's a lot of talent. Yeah, Ben, with Man United new striker, I'm sure you've seen him before. Or you've watched highlights. Do you think he's gonna settle well in this Manchester United team in the first season as well, or do you think he might struggle in the first season?
I think it'll definitely be a struggle for him because it's the Premier League we're talking about. It's not going to be easy for him. And what was it? What was his stats last season for his old team? Was it 9 goals? Yeah.
In the
And
Serie
he had what, a few assists, 11 assists, was it?
Yeah, 9 goals and
Something
11
like
assists.
that.
That's
If
good
he
amount.
had-
In the
That's good
Premier
amount.
League,
Sorry. Go
yeah,
on.
you can
Go
go
ahead.
first.
Alright.
Go first.
What was I going to say now? Oh yeah, it's a good amount of assists, but for a striker, you mainly want goals. You want someone
Yeah.
that's getting 30 goals a season for Man United. Like they had Ronaldo.
Definitely,
I mean,
100%. And
I
the thing
mean-
is, Ben, when Husband signed for Man United, me and myself and Dalival, we made a video. And we've mentioned about, obviously, Kane was still at Tottenham. And we said we do understand why Man United wants this kind of a striker. And Man United is thinking of the future. But, I mean, if you want to go, you are Man United. We're talking about one of the greatest clubs of all time. You need to go in every season to go and win trophies, right? So you need to go and sign players like Harry Kane, right?
By the way, they should have bought Harry Kane because for me, Harry Kane would have just made them title challenges. He would have elevated them that high. I think they should have bought Kane. And Bayern, I think the fee was only like £84 million. But Man United could have matched that easily. They could have gone even higher with that fee. They could have gone higher with that because we know German league has different fee. With England, you have big fees. You don't have big money here. They could have actually gone higher with that bid. For me, you're not actually gone for Kane, but they didn't
Absolutely. At that level, I just don't think it's only you, myself, and I think Ben also, and everyone will agree that Man United should have gone for a striker like Kane. Like Ben just said, right? You're scoring 9 goals. You have this amount of assists. He had, I think it was 11 assists last season, but his work rate is really good. Don't get me wrong. I can't even pronounce his name sometimes. His work rate is absolutely unbelievable, but he's still young. He's learning still how to finish. He needs to be more focused inside the box in the last 10 meters, in the last 20 meters, having a team playing around him. He's coming from a different style of football. We're talking about Serie A because I do watch Serie A, watch La Liga and stuff. It's not about when players come into Premier League, it's not about, we're talking about Premier League. It's a hard league. Yeah, it's a hard league, it's a competitive league, but doesn't mean the player is going to do well. I'm giving you an example right now. The biggest flop in La Liga history is Hazard, right? And Hazard smashed the Premier League. Right, I'm just giving you an example. Right, Hazard is the biggest flop in La Liga, and Hazard. You, Ben, as a Chelsea fan, I'm sure you love prime Hazard. Was one of the best primes I've seen in my life. The guy absolutely destroy week in week out the Premier League, and then he flop in La Liga. It's not about it's because he's coming to the Premier League, and it's a hard league. Doesn't matter if you come to the Premier League. You succeed or you flop, it doesn't matter. The same with every league. I do not like really when people trying to compare, say, it's a Premier League. No one can do in the Premier League. Tell me who you cannot do in the Premier League. I've mentioned, and I could name lots of names that have done it in the Premier League, but couldn't do in other leagues. And but yeah, he's not the striker that I think Man United should have gone for. Harry Kane should have been the striker Man United. That type of striker Man United should have gone to challenge, to be up there, to compete, to win trophies. Because Man United is a club you come to Man United to win trophies. And if Man United does not sign another striker, like we say, if it takes him time to settle in this Man United team, I think Man United will have, again, a striker problem like they have last season. Big up to Under the Ball. Look what he's saying. Absolutely. We don't know why the ref decided not to even check.
VAR is a disgrace, man, I swear.
Absolutely, it's crazy. Yeah, but yeah, Ben. Just with you, quickly one. Do you agree? Do you think Man United as one of the greatest club of all time, as a big club, a club that, Man United fans and even me as a neutral fan, I will expect Man United to go and compete, being at the best and win trophies. Should they have gone for Kane instead of buying,
Yeah, definitely. It's a no-brainer. Kane wants to leave, so you pick him up. Or try to pick him up.
But to be fair, I think Levy would have. Apparently, why didn't they go for Kane? Because Levy was after a big fee. If it was a Premier League club, he would ask for like a premium, maybe like 130 million. Because I'll be honest, if it was 130 million, I wouldn't. Would I pay it? Probably 1 year left on his contract, but that's the thing. Would you want to pay that much? That's the thing. The striker market, though, you can't really say striker market's awful. Like, you say Osimhen and Kane. After Osimhen and Kane, there's literally no one after that you can think that's world class.
And you know what? I have seen a lot of clubs out there. Do you know what they're trying to do in today's market, and in also how they're thinking is, look at Chelsea, right? Chelsea is bringing in players that Chelsea's thinking in about 3-4 years' time. It's like you in life. I don't know why people keeps thinking about next week, tomorrow. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't do tomorrow. What could you have done today? And I've clearly Manchester United, when they signed this striker from Atalanta, Manchester United wasn't thinking about today. Man United wasn't thinking about this season. Manchester United was thinking about in a
You know who I'd have bought? They should have bought Taremi from Porto, that guy. Just for, if you're going to go down that route with Højlund, because Højlund's going to play every week, I think Taremi would have been the perfect option from Porto. Cheap. I know he's old, but next summer the striker market can be more available. The striker market can be much better next summer. So I would have just bought Taremi or just the old, just that guy that can finish. Someone old.
Yeah. When you see in all these teams, let me just quickly finish off. When you see in all these teams spending all this big money, they're not thinking about today. They're not thinking about in a few years. Most of them thinking about today straight away. And Manchester United did not think about that, because there's not only Harry Kane. I know there's not many strikers out there nowadays. Number 9 seems to just disappear in football. The style of football is changing so much nowadays that number 9 role. I feel like number 9, a striker, we're going to stop calling a striker in a few years' time, the way football is going. But there's Vitor Osimhen from Napoli, who, I mean, obviously Napoli would have asked for at least, 135, 150 million. But remember, he's younger than Harry Kane. He had a brilliant season with Napoli. And you have Lautaro Martinez from Inter, who I strongly believe Man United could have got him for, even if Man United paid an extra 15-20 million. And Lautaro Martinez he's on his prime. Still, I mean, let's say he's still young. He's Lautaro Martinez was 26 now, I think. He's kind of striker that been playing a high level with biggest clubs. Like, when you look, he's World Cup champion for Argentina, he's a Copa America champion for Argentina, finalissima for Argentina. He's done it with Inter, took Inter to all the way to the Champions League final. It just does not make sense why Man United, as a big club, a club that is in there to win trophies, go and sign this kind of player. Like I said, he's very, very good, but I just don't think this is a striker that will guarantee you to be up there for the whole season and guarantee you at least 25 goals a season or at least one trophy. I just don't think he is. But look, this is business in football nowadays. I just don't think, even when you look at stats, his stats wasn't amazing, but I don't know what kind of stats Man United looking to sign this new striker. But let's see. Season have only just started. There's a long way to go, and I strongly believe we're going to have a very competitive season. Like we saw last year was just between two. This season, I still think Man City is going to walk all over. I just think Man City is just going to. It's going to be easier for Man City to win the Premier League season than last season.
Arsenal compete. I'm telling you, the Arsenal competitors right now. Arsenal will be the team that will compete with City. Even though I think City win the league, they'll be Arsenal. Potentially Man United if winning leagues. Potentially. But right now, if you had to base it right now, Arsenal have the best chance to compete with City. They have the best chance.
Ben, what is your thoughts? Just forget that you were blue. You don't like the Gunners. What is your thoughts of Arsenal? Can you see Arsenal competing again like they did, being at the top of the league or competing with Man City for the whole season? Basically, can you see that happen again, or do you think that Man City will just fly? Man City. I personally think Man City is going to win this league easy, very easy, easier
Well,
than last season.
I think Arsenal last season they basically they carried the whole season through, and then it was the last couple of weeks where Man City just picked it up. I think they'll be somewhat similar. They'll be fighting with Man City, and then they'll get tired out in the last few weeks, and Man City will win it by about 10 points, something like that.
Yeah, I think as well. I've said already.
I think 5 points will be the gap. But if you have to predict the point, we're like 5 points. But like it can all change. I just assuming. Just say my club signs 2 world-class DMs and a centre back. That changes everything. A Chelsea sign, I don't even include Chelsea in the entire race. But just say United sign Harry Kane, which probably won't happen now. Or world-class striker, United are up there again. So it could change in any second. A transfer could just change something like that.
I cannot see Man United going and spin about,
If we bought Caicedo, I think we would have been tired. So well, we didn't buy Caicedo because a certain team cheated their way, FFP. But
all right,
yeah.
All right.
You see, he's I've told him he's been going on with this Caicedo drama since last week, and I've told him, I said, brother, chill, relax. You're gonna get ill very soon. You look depressed. Just stop with Caicedo.
What are you going to do? This club is very depressed. We haven't signed Lavio Caicedo because of a certain team that cheated their way, like I said. Cheated their way for Caicedo. I love you. Just saying.
Or what can you say that, Caicedo just had a dream to play for Chelsea. He just didn't want to play for Liverpool.
Well, he chose money over passion, by the way.
It's funny how, I know this stream is about Man United, but I think we already said everything about Man United and about the game as well. Of course, that's the main reason on this stream. But it's funny how, Liverpool was messing about, right? With Lavia too, right? You didn't want to pay 50 million in the first place, and then you went and offer 110 million for Caicedo. Then, you'd never want Lavia in the first place, but then you lost Caicedo to Chelsea, and then you went to try and offer Southampton 60 million. You never want to offer them in the first place 50 million. Just does not make sense. FSG has a lot to answer.
Listen,
and I think
they could still get a summer right. If you get me Paulinho, Florentino Luis, or Cheek Decore, a centre back, the summer has not convinced me, but it's much better than I thought. That's what I would say. But this club, I'm annoyed with it.
Can you just tell him something about Caicedo and Lavia? By the way, you've got 2 hell of a players. Two very, very
good. You forgot to add.
Very young.
They cheated their way. They cheated their way.
And they will be worth every penny in the future, because we're talking about big talents in here, Caicedo and Lavia. I'm a big fan of both of the players. I've watched both players play live as well. Trust me, big things are coming for Chelsea.
I didn't want Caicedo,
might take time, but will come.
I don't want
Caicedo. And yes. See you soon, my boy. See you soon. And that's what you're saying. You're going?
No. I said I don't want.
Sorry. That's one thing. Just with Caicedo and Lavia, big players. But Ben, we can also talk about. We're talking about FSG. We can also talk about Glazers. Man United was meant to be sold 10 years ago, 9 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago. What is going on with Glazers? What is going on with these Qatar owners who was supposed to take over Man United? Man
Yeah,
United was supposed to spend all this money. Man United was supposed to, go and sign world-class players to compete in there, to be up there with Man City. Because at the minute, I might upset some Man United fans, but this is fact. Manchester right now, and it has been, is blue.
Yep.
Manchester hasn't been
No.
red for very, very long time.
Yeah.
Unless all the girls in Manchester, they're on their periods.
But you know what?
Manchester is blue, and it has been. And I'm telling you right now, Manchester will be blue for the next few years, unless Pep Guardiola decides to, had enough, I've done it. That's what he's going to do.
By the way,
I'm going, I'm leaving. Then
can I just say?
finally, Man United spend some money.
Can I just say?
And
Okay, yeah, go first, Ben. I'll go.
no. I've said what I've said about Glazers, but I just want Ben to give his thoughts about this
Ben,
Man United
I love
Glazer thing.
Ben, go on.
Yeah. What?
You go first.
So, you want me to give me thoughts on?
Qatar. If Qatar's going to buy him or not, what's his?
So you want me to give my thoughts on if they're going to buy him?
Basically, yeah.
Basically, right. I don't know. I feel like the Glazers
It's
might.
too late now. It's too late now. Even if they buy him, they're going to buy him enough. You know, I'm
Yeah,
kind of gathered in by Qatar because if they
Yeah.
bought Qatar, they would have had Harry Kane, Kim
It'd
Min-jae,
have been over. It'd have been over.
and they would have won the child challenges for me. Because you know what? I miss those days. You know, in January, Qatar went Liverpool. It was so good times. FSG put us on sale. Yeah, at one point, it was breaking news. Everyone said it. I was like, FSG can go. But then a bombshell broke. I think it was like Feb time. They're not selling anymore. So I believe into the scam. FSG are just they're awful owners, and some fans blame Klopp still. But yeah, Qatar is. I wish we got Qatar, man. Otherwise, we would have been cooking. We would have been cooking. We would have. Rather, I don't want Casado or Lavia, but they want money over passion, man. Money over passion.
Big up to Jack. He's in a live chat. He said, he said he missed his stream. Never mind, Van. We should play fair. Wolves all day long. Wolves should have won the game. Not even a draw. The game wasn't even close. Wolves was the better team all night and should have beat Manchester United. But look, this is football. Football for you. And Manchester's blue.
I mean,
that is facts.
Right now it's blue. But I think in history, got everything. Manchester's red.
Of course. Come on.
But I can see
Man City is not even 10% close, to Manchester United.
No, but next 10 years, I could see a world. Just say Man City keep on winning. I think Man City could be bigger than United, possibly.
Nah, still, that is, I don't know. I don't think in our lifetime, Man City will ever be bigger than Manchester United. I don't know. I just think Man United is too big. But yeah, Manchester's blue right now. But yeah, look, people, what a stream as always. We talk facts, right? We don't check stats. Because the stats today was a lie. Because Wolves was the better team. Wolves should have won the game, right? We all agree with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Of course. But yeah, Ben, a big and a special thank you to you, of course, for, coming along. You're always welcome. Anytime you want to. We will be doing plenty of Chelsea streams. I'm going to cook Chelsea too, like I cook Arsenal, Man United, Man City, doesn't matter. I cook my own club. I was born to cook every club, to talk facts, right? So it doesn't matter. I will be cooking your law. And onto the ball, talking facts, very true. Wolves were much better than side. Oh, yeah, 100%. Wolves all day long should have won this game. Not even a draw. The game shouldn't even be close. Wolves was the better team as a team, and the team with the better chances and everything. Jack says, by this right, I think by 2015 we will. Not even that. Because
I think they will. I think they can. They can do if they win the trophy.
Trust me, their history is unbeatable. I'm telling you right now. The history is
unbeatable. Cooking always. I try. But you guys know, at the end of the day, it's all banter. At the end of the day, I love your law, and yeah. I cannot thank you guys enough for all the support and love. Really appreciate it. We'll be back soon. All right, we're gonna. I will be doing a few live streams tomorrow with through the day. Right, with Dalival about some of the transfer news, maybe the Glazers, FFG, Barca, Laporta, Neymar, or whatever.
I better see if I don't see Liverpool incoming or agree a deal, I'm done.
And then Wednesday night we're back with the UEFA Super Cup.
Look up, yeah, Man
City versus Sevilla. And that is Man City, not Kevin De Bruyne, not Bernardo, not Ruben Diaz, and Sevilla. They're the kings of Europa League, and
they love European competitions. Sevilla, man, they love it.
So we might have Sevilla cooking Man City. Jack will not like that, or Alex.
Hopefully.
I don't know. Look, I don't support any of the teams, but look, I'm in here ready to cook as always. But yeah, big thank you to every single one of you. God bless you all. And I see you guys very soon. Dalival again, chill, relax.
Chill. You think with this club I can chill?
PSG is making you depressed. Well, you're depressed already. I don't believe in depression. I believe you are depressed.
Yes,
Caicedo is going to be a nightmare for the next 3-4 months. I think every night you wake up sweating, thinking about Caicedo.
By the way, he chose money over passion. Stand
We'll see.
Listen, when we face you next, we're going to bat you 5-0.
Okay. 5-0, 5-0. I'll remember that.
Fine. I mean, actually, no, you're going to have Caicedo Lavia. I think that back.
No, I mean, Chelsea looking good. Look, I had my doubts about Pochettino, I'm not going to lie. But it will take Chelsea time. I don't think they will go and win the Premier League. They're not, but in 2-3 years' time, they're going to be scary, that's for sure. Let's see if they're also going to give Pochettino time. He's good working with youngsters, yeah, he is, but he can also flop in big moments like Arteta does, and a lot out there. But yeah, look, Ben, anything you want to say for the viewers? We've got a few people in the live chat still, a few people watching. Anything you want to say?
Well, just want to say thank you to everyone for having me. It's been good.
Yeah, no worries, man. I know you'll be a bit quiet, but you have to get used to. Once you start getting used to talk a little bit more, because I talk a lot, right? I'm like this. Even in like I work in my normal day, in life, I talk. All I do is just talk. I'm always a very excited person, passionate, and I just talk. And Dalival as well, it seems to learn from me. He just talks, and he's ready tomorrow to cook FSG.
Unless we sign Paulinho or someone, because I want Paulinho desperately. I want Paulinho. Please, give me Paulinho.
He wants Paulinho now, right? Last week he wants Caicedo. Every minute of his day, he wants Caicedo. And then with Lavia. And then now he wants Paulinho. Do you know, he's going to be doing about 10 live streams for Paulinho. And guess what? Paulinho is going to be signing for Chelsea again.
Yeah, yes.
Hold on. Listen, Chelsea, if I don't know how the FFP, is FFP even a thing right now? Because FFP didn't get involved. How are they buying all these players? How?
Before I end this live stream, let me say this again. If you want to record this, if you want to cut the clip as well, you can. You're more than welcome. You can post in your mum's toilet, under your mum's beds. Mason Mount is not a good footballer. He's a big flop. Let me say once again, I'd said with Sancho about 100 times last season, he will never become a world-class footballer. But yeah, it's always facts. You don't like it, I'm sorry. I don't like upsetting people, but I was born to talk facts. Boys and girls, we are cooking. We're back tomorrow through the day to tell FSG what I need to do. We're back tomorrow to tell the Glazers what I need to do. We're back tomorrow to tell Tehan what he needs to do with Mason Mount. But yeah, God bless you all, and I'll see you very, very soon. Jack, adios, everyone. Adios, amigo. Gracias. Foden, always clear. Yep. Absolutely. Foden.
I agree.
Unless Foden is the best youngster in the league.
Foden is better than Saka. And that's it. I've said this. I don't care what people think.
Also, don't get around Arsenal fans. We know you're going to, when you lose versus Palace next week, you're going to hide. We know.
Definitely. But yeah. Big up to everyone. God bless you all. Make sure on your way out, if you haven't, smash the like. New to the channel, subscribe. and make sure the notifications is on because this is growing. The videos is coming and we're going to cook it. This is going to become the greatest channel on YouTube. And you're listening here. Vamos, vamos, vamos. God bless you all. Thank you.